Buckeye Science.
Alright, so today we're going to be talking about some acids and bases and a bunch of chemical reactions that could affect the pH of things. So we just wanted to give you a little, pardon the pun, but buffer on acids and bases to show you what different indicators do in different things. So here we've got distilled water in both beakers, and we have two different indicators. The first one is phenolphthalein. So I'm just going to drop a little bit in there. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but it turns a little white on the inside when you drop the phenolphthalein into distilled water. As I mix it around, there's a little bit of white haze there. Water has a pH of 7, so phenolphthalein, when it's 7, it's white. But when it's acidic, it turns clear, and when it's alkaline or basic, it turns pink. Now we have universal indicator, which looks red initially, but once we put it in here, hopefully okay, it's going to stay red for a bit. That's because universal indicator is a little acidic itself, so it changes color all through all the colors of the rainbow depending on the pH. So it's a little acidic itself, which is why it's orange. If we added more acid to it, it would turn red. If we got it to a neutral pH, it would be green, and if we got it to an alkaline pH, it would be blue. So let's start off by adding just a little bit of acid to each, just to see how that's going to change. So just a little, I've left enough room here, so I can just add a little bit of acid, and that should stay basically clear. But as I add the acid to this, it should turn darker red, which it did there. And I can then add some base. I'm going to add a little bit more base. You can see instantly it turned pink. I'm going to try and add this nice and slowly for this one. We can see the color change happen when the base is poured in, and it happens around where the base is poured, but then once it diffuses, it kind of reaches the color. So we've gone from dark red back to orange, and as I add more base, I added a little too fast. It goes to purple. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's actually a purpley shade there. So those are the things that acids and bases do. Had I added that nice and slow, you would have had a nice gradient change that would go from orange to yellow to green when it was neutral, back to blue and then violet. So just to show that these can change back, I'll toss a little more acid in each, and it changes back. Toss a little more acid here, and it changes back. So they just indicate whether it's an acidic solution or an alkaline solution. And that's how we can use what we can use to kind of see the difference between an alkaline and an acidic solution.
Buckeye Science.